were living in the house HSC.
Tuesday, February 23rd, as we move
HSC.
forward with the Olympians, and we're going to get into, hopefully, actual Olympians today, or at least get to the destruction of Cronus, fingers crossed. Book report is due tomorrow, as we see from there, and then homework assigned today for tomorrow's quiz. Focus there, yay. Let's see, that one. Yay there, that's how you get to the homework, and then if you have the homework out, now's the part where you put it away, so I wouldn't have to come and make it disappear, because that'd make one of us really sad. I appreciate you doing homework, just not what we're trying to learn. Alright, we'll do the quick review to beat more of the information into you. When Uranus gets overthrown, who does the overthrowing? Cronus. What weapon does he use? Scythe. Made out of? Adamantium. When does he do it?
When he's coming
Coming down. And what time of day is that?
Dawn.
Nice one. Sunset at nighttime when he comes down. Hides behind. It's like playing Olympian Clue. It was Colonel Mustard with the scythe behind the mountain. Uranus comes down, jump up, sticky, sticky, runny, runny, screamy, screamy. Chases him to the edge. Uranus gets to the edge of the Earth because the Earth is not round. That's ridiculous. How is the Earth shaped? Flat. And before Uranus jumps off the edge to be never seen from again, he gives his son something. And what does he give him? A curse that says?
Every son will kill him.
Excellent. One of your children will overthrow you, and their children, and so on and so forth, and then disappears, never to be seen from again. The whole point in Cronus overthrowing Uranus was what was supposed to happen? Release the monsters. Does he?
No.
Why?
They're ugly.
They're ugly and scary, so he leaves them down there, which makes Mother Earth upset. But he goes, deal with it. He then begins to recruit people to hang out in his crew, and the first person he recruits is?
Prometheus.
Which, like Raven, has a special ability, which is?
See the future.
And is super smart, can see in the future. Prometheus has a brother named? Epimetheus. Epimetheus also has a power, which is?
Super dumb.
Dumb. Many of you guys also have that same superpower. And then they have a third brother by the name of? Strongman. Is close.
Atlas.
Is correct. Atlas. And what is Atlas's ability?
Very strong.
And Cronus wants to have a race of little titans created, and who does he have create them? Prometheus, because Prometheus is all super smart. What does Prometheus use to create them? Mud, dirt, and water combined together to make the mud, which makes Cronus all kinds of happy. Then he can smash them whenever he wants, and they come to life. Things go well until Cronus starts having children, because Cronus is not smart. And the first child is born, and he can't kill it. Hiccup. So what does he do instead?
Eats
He eats it. How many children does he eat?
5.
5 children. Why does he not eat the 6th child?
Because
It is a rock that his wife tricks him, and so she uses the rock and has him eat that instead. And that's roughly where we got to. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. We didn't get to him finding out about the brothers and sisters yet.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. Wait, yeah, we did.
So Zeus. Oh, so who raises Zeus?
Mother Earth.
Mother Earth and?
Rhea.
That is Mother Earth.
And the
Rhea. And then there's a third one who does?
Cycle?
Close. It's a centaur. And there's a centaur who helps raise him, and the centaur is half man and half horse. And things go well until Zeus one day finds out from his mother that he does have brothers and sisters, and he has a father, and his father ate his brothers and sisters, and Zeus declares that he wants to free his brothers and sisters. But do we get to his first ideas on how to do it?
No.
His first idea, because he finds out about the brothers and sisters, and his mom telling him that he does what any kid would do, and he immediately goes and rages to his girlfriend. He's like, "Can you believe I have brothers and sisters? Oh, our life is unfair, and my father ate them hard." He goes, "What I'm going to do, I'm going to go up to Mount Olympus, kick open the door, take a sword, and just go right across the middle of them, and cut them in half, and free them." And his girlfriend goes, not a good idea. He goes, "Why not?" She goes, "Well, you don't want to meet your brothers and sisters for the first time. When they come out, and you go, 'Hi, my name is Zeus,' and you hold out your hand, and they go, 'Oh, I'd shake your hand, but I'm missing my limbs because you cut them off.'" She goes, "That's not the best idea." He goes, "Well, then how am I going to free them?" She goes, "Think about it. They're trapped in his belly, and you want the things in the belly to come out of the belly. So how do we get things in the stomach to come out of the stomach?
Eat them out.
Jump on
Not poop them. He's been pooping for a long
Oh, you
time.
throw
it.
them out.
Throwing up.
Let's jump on
What
it.
you want him to do is to make him throw up. And Zeus goes, that's genius. She goes, what we'll do is we'll make a magic pukey potion. And she goes and takes this potion, puts some herbs and vegetables and grass and dirt, and spits into it, mixes the whole thing up. She goes, all right, we will use this, and you will put a disguise on, go up to Mount Olympus, have him drink this. Then, when he throws up, you will free your brothers and sisters. And Zeus goes, sounds like a good idea. So Zeus first goes around and starts recruiting other gods that he thinks are unhappy with Cronus. He's like, would you join my side if I fight Cronus? And they're like, sure, we're anti-baby eating, we'll join your side. And so Zeus gets a small army together with him. Then he decides today's the day. And he sneaks up to Mount Olympus, puts on a little disguise and a costume like a fake mustache, and goes up there with the little pukey potion and knocks on the door of Mount Olympus. Cronus comes and opens the door and goes, hey, who are you? Zeus goes, I'm Zeus, god of tickling. Cronus goes, that's creepy. What's up? Zeus goes, I'm just here to hang out. Cronus goes, oh, come on in, I'm just watching TV. Zeus goes, cool. So Zeus comes inside. Zeus is like, what's on television? Cronus goes, oh, I'm watching football. He's like, who's playing? Cronus goes, my favorite team, the Titans. And so they sit down and they start watching football, having a good time. And Zeus is trying to figure out how to get him to drink the special potion. He goes, hey, do you have anything to drink here? And Cronus goes, yeah, in the fridge over there. I have my favorite drink. I keep it here all the time. He goes, what's your favorite drink? And he goes, up here, Mountain Dew. And so he goes back there and gets himself 2 Mountain Dews, and then pours them into 2 glasses, gets out the special pukey potion. He's like, I'll be there in a moment. Pukey potion. Puka. Puka, puka. The whole thing. Mixed it up. Mixy. Oh, yeah. No. And then takes in the 2 potions and walks into Cronus. Like, I got you a drink. This one is yours. This one is yours. Have them both. And then sets them both down. He's like, okay, I'll be back in a little bit. And then sits there and just watches Cronus drink. Cronus watches the one. He's like, you know, you're kind of creepy for the god of tickling. And Zeus just keeps watching. Cronus, gulp. He's like, oh, it's delicious. Gulp. Not so delicious. He's like, I think that Mountain Dew went bad. Like, gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle, gurgle. Gurgle. Goes up. A rock. Dunk, dunk. Goes rolling across the ground. Stops face up. Because there's a face on it. And it's wearing a diaper. Cronus does that awkward look over at Zeus. Zeus looks at him. He looks back down. He's like, and then all of a sudden, blah, 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 he starts rapid firing out, just puking people. Blah, 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 blah. And then people go flying across the room. And they hit a wall, go sliding down. And he starts freaking. He's like, pukey people. And Zeus is like, unite, pukey people, brothers and sisters. And the brothers and sisters go, luckily, wearing diapers. And then they all get up and they come running like, attack Cronus. And Cronus is like, pukey people. And he goes running outside. He's like, I'm being attacked by people I puked up. And they go, we're your children. And he goes, oh, that makes sense. What? No! And all of a sudden, the children start attacking Cronus. They jump on top of him, and Zeus starts like giving him a noogie. And he's like, oh, it hurts so bad. And all of the gods start getting into this gigantic war. Half the gods follow Zeus' side, half the gods follow Cronus' side, and this big throwdown happens. All the gods that are anti-baby eating and say you should not eat babies, even though they are made of meat and delicious, they join up on Zeus' side. All the people that are pro-baby eating and say babies are made of meat and you should get them in your tummy, they join Cronus' side. Cronus knows that as the king, he's not a very good general of an army. So he has a friend of his step up as the leader of the army, the biggest and strongest friend he has. And that is?
Atlas.
So Atlas steps up as the general of the Titan army. Zeus' side isn't big enough to really worry about that. He just fights with his 2 brothers, Poseidon and Hades, and the 3 of them sort of lead their side against them. But even though Cronus' side outnumbers them, and has Atlas, and Prometheus, who can see into the future, and Epimetheus, who can run really fast into a wall, they still can't win. And why can neither side win?
Because they're
gods.
They're gods. So, neither side, neither side can win. You would take your sword and go running up, you're like, arm chop, leg chop, head chop, woo, you're growing back already. And so because of that, it does not help them. Time passes. Zeus gets frustrated. He can't figure out how he's going to win this war, how he's going to overthrow Cronus, because both sides can hurt each other but not do enough damage to actually win anything. So he goes and looks for advice. And he figures he's going to go and find the oldest person he knows. And who's the oldest person he knows? His grandmother. And who's his grandmother? Mother Earth. And he goes and seeks out Mother Earth. The problem is, Mother Earth, being the oldest person to exist, has gotten a little on the old side. So not everything she says makes sense anymore. So when Zeus seeks her out, he goes, Grandma, I'm trying to be Cronus, your son who made poor choices. Can you help me? What can you help me? What can you tell me to help me win? And Mother Earth says, he who releases the children trapped inside shall turn the tide of war. Zeus goes, I have no idea what that means. And she goes, he goes, I heard all the words, Grandma. He goes, it doesn't make any sense, you crazy old lady. He goes, fine. And he just walks away and leaves. Prometheus, about this time, does his little seeing into the future thing. No, poop. And realizes all of a sudden now things have changed and Zeus is going to win the war. Not only is Zeus going to win the war, but anyone who fights against him is going to get tortured horribly at the end. So Prometheus decides he's going to switch sides. But first, he goes and talks to Cronus. He goes, Cronus, bad news. No. Saw the future. Our side loses. Horrible things are going to happen. I don't want to be tortured, so I'm going to switch sides. Can any way you can apologize and maybe we can get along better and everything will be okay? Cronus goes, nope, I refuse. It is my right to eat babies. They're delicious and they're great on sandwiches. And so Prometheus goes, all right, that's weird, but I'm going to go ahead and switch sides and I'm taking off without you. Cronus goes, whatever, you're a loser. So Prometheus doesn't want to leave without at least trying to take his brothers with him. So first he goes and talks to Epimetheus. And he goes and seeks out Epimetheus first. And he goes, Epimetheus, bad news. Our side is going to lose. And with our side losing, we're going to be tortured. I'm going to switch sides. Will you come with me? And Epimetheus goes, what? And he goes, we're going to switch sides. Can you come with me? And Epimetheus goes, I like squirrels. Epimetheus goes, and picks up a stick and throws it. Epimetheus is like, woo, 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 takes off running after it. He's like, all right, that's one. Then he goes and talks to Atlas. And he goes, Atlas, side's going to lose. You get tortured horrifically. You really want to come with me? Switch sides. And Atlas goes, Atlas, smash! And hits something. And he goes, that's not very helpful. And Atlas goes, I can't switch sides. Because I'm the leader of the army, I can't abandon my men. I can't do that. It's immoral. It's wrong. They're here following me, so I'm going to have to stay. Prometheus goes, but you get tortured horribly. And he goes, it's part of what you do. As the general, you accept the punishment. So Prometheus leaves him behind, goes over to Zeus with Epimetheus, and knocks on the cave wall. Hey, you're Zeus, Prometheus. This is Epimetheus, and we're here to help you out and join your side. Zeus goes, okay, I'd love to have you. Do you bring any special talents or skills? Prometheus goes, I can go, and see the future. And he goes, ooh, that's pretty special. He goes, can that guy see the future? Prometheus goes, him? Not so much. He goes, can you do anything? He goes, yeah. Epimetheus, wall. Epimetheus goes, runs into it and falls down. Just like, that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's on my side too. And so Zeus brings Prometheus and Epimetheus onto his side, and nothing changes. It helps him out a little bit, but nothing major, anything happens. Till one day, Zeus is raging and yelling and table flipping about one another battle they've lost. He's like, I wish I could do something. He's like, I even talked to my grandma and she was useless. Prometheus goes, Grandma, Mother Earth, what'd she say? So he's like, some babbly old person stuff about he who releases the children trapped inside will turn the tide of war or something. Whatever. Prometheus goes, oh, yeah, she's probably talking about the Hecatoncheires shears and the Cyclops. Zeus goes, yeah, right, what? He goes, well, there's these monsters that are trapped inside of her. I bet if you release those, you'd win. Zeus goes, why didn't I know about these? He goes, well, Cronus knows about them, but he wasn't telling anyone because he was supposed to release them, and they were down there. Zeus goes, why doesn't he release them? Prometheus goes, well, they're kind of ugly. He goes, how ugly can they be? Prometheus goes, he goes, nah, I'll give it a try anyway. So Zeus decides he's going to go down and release the big ugly monsters. So he finds the special cave, Prometheus' help, goes running down into the pit of Tartarus, throws open the gigantic doors and walks in and goes, my name is Zeus, and I am here to... and throws up. He's like, oh, wow, there's no preparing for that. Sorry about throwing up on your heads. And they go, black, 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 black. And he's like, I don't know what that means. But I would love to have you on my side because that's horrifying. But at the end of the war, I can't let you run around on Earth because people are just going to go blah, 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 all over the place. So we're going to have to come to an agreement. And they go, black, black, black. And he goes, still don't know what that means. How about at the end of the war, when we win, you go to the edge of the world and duck down and hide behind a mountain so I never have to look at you. And they go, blaka, blaka, blaka. And he goes, I think that's a yes. Let's do it. So he throws down a rope and he's like, come on up. I'm just not going to watch you. And they come storming past him and come running up. And then he hears more noises down there. He's like, who are you? And they go, we're the Cyclops. We're really tired of throwing up down here. He's like, would you like to come up? Yes, I would. Do you have special abilities? We can make super-powered weapons that will destroy anything. Here's a rope! And he throws it down there, and he brings them back up too. The Cyclops and the big ugly monsters both join Zeus's side. And the tide of the war begins to change to help him out. For one, the Cyclops create super weapons for Zeus and his two brothers. So that way they get these weapons that will help them out for the rest of forever. Zeus gets the best weapon. Since he's the one that freed them, they make the best weapon for him. They say, you can use this and always win. And the weapon they make for him is? Close. It was a bucket.
What?
Of lightning bolts. Because the idea being is it was a magical bucket, and you reach into it and it makes your hand all electrify, and you can just fling it like electrical boogers, and it'd be like, and they fall down. Luckily, they saved an actual picture from that time period of what it looks like. And there is a bucket of lightning bolts. You can still pick them up at Walmart. For Poseidon, the next brother, they make for him a special weapon. And the weapon they make for him is?
Trident.
The trident. Nicely done. It allowed him to do two things. One, control anything in water and intimidate the other gods by cooking multiple hot dogs at one time. It made them super jelly. And with that, the third brother was like, I'm not into this whole like punching and fighting thing, so I'd like to have something where I can hang out in the background. You have like a sniper rifle or something, because I'm not for that whole getting in people's space thing. They're like, we do have a special weapon for you, and for Hades they make a special weapon to help him out. You know what his weapon is?
Like that axe thing?
Ooh, no. It's an invisibility helmet. The Helm of Darkness. And when you put it on, it turns you invisible. And he goes, not quite a sniper rifle, but I can do my favorite thing, which is tabletop people. And he used to put on this invisibility helmet and then go behind the other guys on all fours while people push people over, and he just run around laughing. Luckily for this one, we also have a picture of it. It helps you see it right there. If you have trouble focusing on it, because sometimes it's harder to see, in Hades' picture up there, if you're trying to see it, you'll see that I tricked you because it's invisible. So once again, it's the helm of invisibility. There's nothing there. I mean, I'm wearing it right now. I brought it with me. So that's the helm of invisibility. So now Zeus' side begins to win. Mr. Brovicast, you said that they can't die. They can't die. But now they get put in so much pain, they want to die. So now with the lightning bolt, zap, instead of just getting stabbed, and they fall down to the ground like, oh, I did not like that at all, I'm going to switch sides. Or Poseidon's like, look, 3 hot dogs, like, whoa. And it made them really upset. Or big ugly monsters would just walk over, pick up a mountain and go, smash, 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 and then put the mountain back and be like, Like, and that was not happening. So, Zeus' side gets more and more people coming over to it until eventually it is just declared Zeus' side wins. Cronus escapes. I don't know how, but in almost all the stories, like, he just runs away and hides. And some stories say in Italy, some stories say he jumps off the edge of the world like his father, other stories say that he's just gone. But Cronus disappears. The gods that fight against Zeus, he realizes he has the perfect place to punish them. He can lock them away and never have to worry about them again. And where's he going to put those gods?
Tartarus.
In the pit of Tartarus. So the gods that fought against him, he puts into the pit of Tartarus. All of the big ugly monsters, what they have to agree to?
Hide alone at the edge of the earth.
So he has them go and hide on the edge of the world, and they're never really seen from again. The Cyclops decide to go where they're going to go and hide out, and where the Cyclops go?
Same place.
Ooh, same place that Hephaestus goes. That helps you out.
Mountain.
Inside of a mountain. And so they go and hide inside of mountains, so that way no one has to look at them. And then the humans, during this gigantic war with all the gods fighting and jumping off the tops of mountains and throwing elbows into each other, well, what was the first race of humans made out of? Mud. They all got squished. The entire human race existed at the time died. And there were no more humans left after this gigantic war because they didn't have any need for humans. Because anytime they got upset, they could go punch other gods. So now, everyone is gone, except for one issue. The sky. It was believed that the sky was a gigantic bowl. Not a bowl, but a bowl. And it was resting on top of a mountain. But during this war, the mountain that was holding it up got destroyed. And the bowl was starting to slide off. And they were worried it would just go and smash everybody. And Zeus didn't want to be smashed. So Zeus goes, you know what? I'm going to force one of the people that fought against me to hold the sky up and not let it fall and crush us. And he decides he's going to punish the person that led the army against him. The biggest and strongest of all of them. And who's he going to make lift the sky?
Atlas.
And this is where Atlas comes in. And Atlas's job becomes one to lift up the sky and hold it up there. And once again, you can't see it because it looks like the world, but it was actually the sky that he has to lift up. Looks like that. And there's Atlas lifting up the sky and holding it on his back so it does not fall to crush everyone.
Mr. Brovicast,
Yes.
if you were to punish me by making me hold a gigantic weight above you and letting me know that if I dropped it you would die, the first thing I would do is drop it?
Well, Zeus figures that same thing out too. He's like, well, Atlas is just going to go,
Oops, it slipped. You're dead.
so he decides he has to find a way to prevent that. So what he does is he says, Atlas, your 9 daughters, called the Hesperides, they fought against me. I'm going to bring them out of Tartarus and let them live up on earth under your mountain. If you drop this, the very first people who are going to die are the Hesperides. So this way, Zeus convinces Atlas to not drop the sky by letting his daughters go free. And they live down here at the bottom of the mountain, and it keeps everything nice and safe. Now that Zeus is the king of all the gods, he and his 2 brothers decide to split the world into 3 kingdoms. And each brother takes their own area of the world to control. Zeus, getting first dibsies, because he's sort of the leader, gets his first choice over what he wants to control. And what does Zeus choose to control? Everything on land is what he goes with. If it's on land or above land, it is part of Zeus's control. In the air, Zeus. On land, Zeus. On a mountain, Zeus. Anywhere, Zeus. Except for Poseidon. What does Poseidon choose?
Ocean.
Everything in the ocean or water. So as soon as you step from land into water, it goes into Poseidon's control. Hades gets the last choice, but he's okay with this because it's exactly what Hades wanted. And what does Hades get to control?
Underworld.
Everything under the ground. Zeus goes, listen, buddy, you know that's just some people in a hole and you, and that's it, right? And Hades is like, woohoo, that's exactly what I wanted. He's like, I don't have to deal with people. So he's all excited about that. So now we have our 3 kingdoms. La, Tommy.
So, that means you go to a pool that's owned by Poseidon?
Yes. What do you mean?
So little puppy.
Yes.
In one of those pictures you had of Atlas,
Uh-huh.
he's like going like that, and I could like break his neck.
Yeah. But I guess it was more comfortable. I don't know. Tomorrow, what comes due? And then what are we doing for the class period? Myth quiz. When does your homework come due?
Monday.
When are you actually going to do it?
Sunday night.
Nicely done.